I thought Vedini's performance in last year's Eclipse, I think he was unlucky in the Champion Stakes. He ran a blinder in the Arc on testing ground. Yeah, I'm going to stick with him.
Well, let's hope it lives up to its billing then. The big three just about to slot in for the Tattersalls Gold Cup.
Flags are raised, 6 runners loaded at the 1.25 mile start. And they're off in the Group 1 Tattersalls Gold Cup with the best of home, Britain and France, renewing rivalries. And it's Luxemburg who just shades it at almost the end of the first furlong from Bay Bridge on the inside, disputing second with Pisbadil. Then the filly Travance in 4th place, and they're tracked over on the far side by Vedini, who's last but one, and Lafayette brings up the rear. The leader is Luxemburg and Ryan Moore by 3 parts of a length to Pisbadil and Gavin Ryan, and another 3 parts back to in 3rd place Bay Bridge and Richard Kingscote. In 4th is Travance and Shane Foley, as Lafayette and Colin Keane relegate to be last of the sextet, Vedini and Christophe Simeon. Climbing just outside the 7 furlong point. Very few changes up front. It's Luxemburg, the leader from Pisbadil, followed by Bay Bridge, and then Travance, Lafayette, and Vedini. 5 lengths would cover them. 6 furlongs to go, soon at halfway. In the Tattersalls Gold Cup, it's Luxemburg, the leader from Pisbadil, followed by Bay Bridge, and then Travance, with less than 2 lengths back to Lafayette and Vedini. Up they go towards the 5, the halfway stage. Luxemburg in front of Pisbadil, tracked downhill by Bay Bridge, and then Travance, Lafayette and Vedini. 4.5 furlongs to go, continuing downhill on the approach to the straight. And it's Luxemburg in front, leads a stacking field with half a mile to go. Almost on terms is Pisbadil, then Bay Bridge on the inside of Travance, as Vedini rejoins Lafayette at the tail of the field as they swing on the approach to the straight. 3 furlongs to go. Luxemburg, the fractional leader on straightening from Pisbadil, then Travance. In a pocket behind them is Bay Bridge, being followed by Lafayette. Last is Vedini, will need a pick up as they race past the 2, and it's Luxemburg, the leader from Pisbadil. Bay Bridge has got the break in between those 2 leaders, and then Lafayette and Travance is next. Vedini is last, but it's Luxemburg racing inside the final furlong. Here's Bay Bridge on the outside. It's these 2, 150 yards to go, and it's Luxemburg on the far side, bursting back into life in the Tattersalls Gold Cup. Wins for Ryan Moore and Aidan O'Brien. Bay Bridge second, pull well clear of Pisbadil.
Well, Ruby set it up beautifully beforehand. Luxemburg did indeed go forward, and he was able to put his stamp on the race and dictate under Ryan Moore, and he's held off Bay Bridge in what was a fascinating spectacle. Vedini well beaten in the end. 11-4 the winner returns. He was the outsider of the big 3.